Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of If I May Speak Candidly, the podcast. My name is Megan, and I want to thank all of those who tuned into last week's episode. That is currently the most viewed video on the channel currently with over 250 views. I've also garnished quite a few new subscribers to the channel, so I just want to thank all of those who have shared, liked, left feedback, comments on that particular video. Speaking on Samantha leaving WWE, Montez's frustration within the tag team world in WWE, and Dave Meltzer spilling lukewarm tea, per usual. So, again, thank you for those who have tuned in, and also to new subscribers and new viewers. Welcome to the channel. I speak a lot about what's going on in and out of the ring. I give my own little storyline analysis, match reviews, and I also tackle the rumor mills, the rumors that a lot of these dirt sheets share, and give my opinion on whether I believe them or not, how it can benefit or be counterproductive within the wrestling industry, and so on and so forth. So again, thank you for those who are watching. Make sure that you smash the subscription button, and just let me know what you think and whether you agree with my thoughts about these past topics, and maybe if you have a suggestion for things that you would like to see me talk about, just feel free to leave it in the in the comments down below. I'll get to it, or you can always send it to me on my socials, which will be in the description box down below. And yeah, it'll be fun to read people's thoughts and concerns. So, again, I hope you like these topics, and let's get down to it. So, for the first topic, I would like to touch on this rumor that has been circulating online for the last week or so concerning our current WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. So, a former WWE employee, backstage interviewer, commentator, and I think he wrestled for like 2.5 seconds, Jonathan Coachman, revealed on his podcast, Coach and Bros, that our tag team champions do not get along. They do not get along. They don't like each other. And he could see why, bringing up reasons for the fact that Bianca makes her own ring attire, Jay doesn't. And, let's be honest, it's bullshit. It's total bullshit. He didn't give any real concrete feedback on why these two do not get along outside of the fact that Bianca makes her own ring attires and Jay doesn't. Who gives a shit? I mean, that's not a reason for two women to be catty and bratty towards each other. It's just not. So here's my theory. Now, just after Crown Jewel, we saw a little promo cut between the tag team champions Bianca and Jade, and the current world women's champion and her bodyguard Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez um, come out, and they shot their shots at each other. But there was a little part where Liv did kind of, um, in a sense, she warned Jade by telling her, hey, Bianca's going to stab you in the back. She's going to stab you in the back. So watch your front and your back with her. Now, when that came out, um, I think people automatically assumed that the 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 impending doom of our tag team champions being broken up and stemming and building a feud from it, um, is is perilous. It's near. It's coming. Um, so then you have that. Now you have him coming out and revealing that these two don't really get along. Now, my theory is this: somebody is feeding Coachman falsified information. That's just what I believe. I believe somebody is feeding him bullshit. I think it is to work towards whatever storyline that they are currently building between these two women, and what better way to get it to a wider net of fans than by feeding someone information that they're going to unknowingly share on their podcast that is going to help benefit the storyline. You know, it's the same thing like with Montez. Montez is being interviewed by the Daily Mail, and he is sharing his frustration about his current title title run, tag team run with his partner Angelo Dawkins, and he's kind of shooting at his company. He's kind of speaking those quiet thoughts out loud. And not only is he sharing it within a media publication, but he's also sharing it on his social media accounts as well as during his promos. And to me, I don't know any wrestling company that is going to be okay with a current superstar speaking ill about them unless it benefits them in some way, shape, or form. So my theory is that is what they're doing with the Bianca and Jade story. And you know what? I would do the same thing. If I knew that I wanted to create a buzz behind what could be one of the biggest storylines in the women's division, two of the top women in the company, tag team partners, they're getting along, and then all of a sudden we hear behind the scenes they hate each other, they despise each other, they can't stand each other, they absolutely just can't stand the sight of one another. And all we have to do is get people within the company to feed a little bullshit to these podcast hosts who think they're breaking stories, who think they're spilling tea, who think that they are insiders, and you're feeding them this stuff, and unknown to them, it's all bullshit. It's all a part of a storyline. They're all playing a role that they have no idea that they have a role in, and everyone wins. You know, the podcasters think that they're setting a new standard, and the wrestling company is the building of their storyline is even easier because now all they have to do is just feed a little information and then sit back and watch things unfold, and the wrestlers just do what they are paid to do, and that's to entertain. So that's my theory. I think Jonathan is being played. Or then again, hey, maybe the girls really hate each other. Maybe they really can't stand each other. But I don't think so. I think the timing of what Liv said and then the story that Jonathan Coachman pushed out is definitely telling me the wheels are being turned, the strings are being pulled, and Paul is having a big laugh behind it all. So, my second topic of the show is something I've been dying to talk about because this is something that I wanted to see for the longest time. And now it seems as though we're finally getting that. We're finally getting this title opportunity, between Orange Cassidy and Jon Moxley at Full Gear. Now, I've been pushing for Orange to have an AEW title shot for months now. Now, I don't mean just, these little gauntlet matches or, if you win this battle royale, you might get an opportunity to face the champion or one of those. Um, if you can help eliminate these guys, then you'll be in a 5-man or 6-man match, and whoever wins, then they faces the champion. Cut all that bullshit, okay? Just get straight down to the gritty where Orange is facing the champion one on one, head on, and we finally got it. But they gave him that nose Stone Cold Jon Moxley. And I'm scared for Orange. I'm scared for him because he's such a little guy. He's such a little guy. And on top of that, you have not one, not two, but you have 4 men and a very strong woman that is constantly jumping and beating people up. And even though Orange has backup with Kyle and Mark and Ishii, Daniel Garcia, Private Party. It seems like he has a whole list of people who is willing to defend him and come to his aid if he needs it. But at the same time, it's not the same as with the best friends, with Chris, with Trent, and with Chucky. It's like we got your back because you're taking down this big guy, but it just feels kind of empty because they're not really friends. If that makes sense, like they're not really friends, but they're going to have his back because they know he's gonna need it. Now, I would love to see Orange and Chris make up in some way, shape, or form. We need to see that because he's going to need some type of feminine backup when it comes down to Marina. You can't beat her up. She's a woman, so you need another woman to beat her up. Now, as far as I know, Willow is still out um, dealing with a concussion. Chris right now is in this storyline with Mercedes Monet and Camille. So I'm not really sure how that would work out between them, but I would definitely like to see them two make up. Now, to the storyline with Orange and John, I get where they're going with this. When it came down to Orange and his international title, he was able to beat John Moxley, and they felt like he would be able to do it again. John just won that title. I do not see Orange winning. Not on the first try. I don't. In fact, I see them probably um, writing him off due to an injury because Orange has been like the workhorse. He has really been like the workhorse of AEW. Like he doesn't take a lot of breaks. He seemed to really work through his injuries. And so he really haven't had too many um, breaks throughout the years. And so I can definitely see them writing him off for a little while, giving him some time to just relax, rejuvenate, and come back stronger. And maybe by that time, he will come back with some familiar friends, backup, and things of that nature. That's how my mind sees it. Now, if they are really going to play this story that, you know, um, Shane McMahon has some factor in this. Um, yeah, I could definitely see Orange being gone, and then they swoop Shane in, and he is proven to be the person behind the whole John Moxley takeover. And then when Orange does come back, he'll come back like, I don't know, some not dead Avenger character, and and take the belt off of John, and then the world is happy, right? That's how I would play it off. But I don't know. For all we know, Orange could definitely win the title first go around. But I just don't think they're going to do that. So, beggars can't be choosy. I'm not being choosy. I'm happy that he's getting this title opportunity. I don't think it's fair that you're giving him super strong, end of the world, clap, everybody's dead, John Moxley. Could have given him Swerve. Might even would have been nice to see him and Brian, but we didn't get that. So, just grateful, and I'm supposed to be meeting Orange in what is it, next week, the 17th. So I'm hoping that I can attend. It's the plan right now, but if that is something that is still in the works, I would definitely tell him, look, I'm praying for you because I think you're going to need all the prayer you you could get dealing with this guy. Like um he's not an easy mountain to climb. And yeah, like I don't want to come off as worried, but I'm worried. I'm worried, Orange. I am. So let's talk about this new US women's title really briefly. So, I see a lot of people complaining. Listen, you cannot make the wrestling community happy. They're going to bitch, moan, and complain about everything. You know, um, First of all, I'm glad that the women's now have a mid card title. We definitely needed it. We have the women's championship titles, we have the tag team titles that have to be split up between three brands and nothing else. So to see that SmackDown has finally got a women's United States championship belt, and I can only assume that Raw will get a women's intercontinental belt. This is good. This is good for the business. It's good for the division. They needed that title. If I had a choice on who should be the inaugural championship winner for that title, I'm gonna be honest. It is a tie between Naomi and Chelsea Green. I feel like they both have done their big one this year with Naomi coming back from TNA and Chelsea just being perfect in every way, shape, or form in all her storylines. Those are my two runner ups for that title. Now, we don't necessarily know how they are going to um, set up for who is going to be the champion. They haven't really revealed that part yet, or maybe that's information I haven't came across. But I'm excited for the title. I'm happy for the women. Now there's more gold for the women to fight over, and yeah, I mean, damn, like be happy. So the next topic I wanted to briefly touch on, which I'm excited about because, we have been missing this guy in the ring for the last couple of months now due to an illness that could have ended his career, could have ended his life. And he seems to be on his way back to us, and that is Kenny Omega and the altercation that he had backstage with the current New Japan Pro Wrestling Open Weight Champion Gabe Kidd. Now, like I said, Kenny has been gone for several months now, and due to him dealing with an illness similar to Brock Lesnar, um, whether or not he was ever going to be able to wrestle again was always something that was kind of in the back of the mind of a lot of wrestling fans, fans of his, fans of wrestling all in general. So, to see Kid and Omega kind of scrabble backstage kind of tells me that Kenny is probably feeling very much himself, and that is going to be the first match of his return. Now, I spoke about this topic with my colleagues on Wrestling Republic, and I learned something while speaking to them about it. Now, as people know, I'm not really a big historian on New Japan Pro Wrestling, IGWP, Stardom, any of those promotions, but it's something that I've been watching as of recently to get familiar with their promotions, their wrestlers, the storylines, and the difference between their sport and American wrestling. But Kenny Omega seems to be a real superstar out there. Outside of him having citizenship out there, um, and just him being a really huge star in New Japan Pro Wrestling, um, it will only make sense for his first match back into the wrestling world to be out there. And I couldn't agree more. So I'm just really happy that he seems to be on the ups and ups. I don't know whether or not he is 100% ready, but I saw that fight. That fight definitely looked like he's, if he's not 100, he's definitely 99.99999. And I'm definitely looking forward to that fight because Kenny was definitely something that we've been missing. So I am certainly looking forward to Mr. Omega back into the ring. And then hopefully we will see him back in AEW where he can help lead Team AEW back to its glory days. So, you know, that's another thing. If they do not give the title to Orange, they might end up having a big feud between Kenny and John, and Kenny might be the one that takes the title off of John. That's also an interesting little spin. So I'll be looking forward to either one of those happening really soon. So the last topic of this week will be on Chris Van Vliet prediction about Cody Rhodes and him possibly losing his title before WrestleMania. So first, I just want to read the specific quote, and then I'm gonna get back to my thoughts on it. So Chris said, "Seems like unless things start to change, seems like he could be the champion going into next year. And then he could possibly be the champion going into WrestleMania. Otherwise, my gut tells me that's not going to be the case. I think he'll lose it to somebody else." Now, here's my opinion on it. Um, I don't think Cody's going to lose the title anytime soon. And I do not think he will lose it before WrestleMania. I feel like they have a story that they're trying to build with Cody. Um, but as I mentioned before, with most of those that I think would be a great feud um, opponent for Cody, a lot of them are on Raw. A lot of them are on Raw, and he's on a different brand. So you have a very limited amount of people he can have a really good feud with, unless you're going to keep running back this whole bloodline thing. And I think people are getting tired of the Cody and the bloodline thing. Um, as I mentioned, there are so many people that Cody could have feuds with. Um, I would have loved if they could have built this feud between him and Gunther. I would love to see um, Cody and Seth Rollins again, Big Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman, um, Damian Priest. There's like so many people on Raw that I feel could really help bud this character that I feel that they are really strongly working on building for Cody. Now, if by chance Cody does lose his title before WrestleMania, I think the only way they could play that off is by Cody turning heel. He will have to turn heel after that. I think just losing the title, feeling like he let the fans down, feeling like he let his father down, just that whole up climb to have the belt taken away from him will have to set something off in his head. It will have to kind of cause him to have a very strong reaction to losing that could make him um just snap, just make his mind just black out. Um, because I can't see you being a good guy after losing the title. I mean, like, good grief, Cody. Like, like that would just really irritate me. Like, oh, guys, it's okay. I could get the title again one day. No. If you lose the title, I would need Cody to go full Homelander. Like, there's no way around it. It has to happen that way. It will have to happen that way to make sense to me. I'm just saying, it just will have to happen that way. And it's not because I really want Cody to turn heel, because I really do want Cody to turn heel, but it's because you you brought him into this company, and his first feud was with Seth. And he came back, and he was automatically on the road to winning the title. He got injured. He was out for 7, 8 months. Came back and went automatically to go for the gold against Roman. He lost. He had a small tag team title run with Jey Uso. Lost that title. Continued to go for the title to finish the story. Finished the story. Won the title, but not before going into a big feud with not just Roman, but with the whole bloodline, the whole Noye Johnson Fatu bloodline. Won the title and the champion ever since. And with all of that, losing Kevin as a friend, not being respected by the current world champion, Gunther. I mean, Cody has been through a lot of shit, and most people wouldn't tolerate the shit that has been shoveled on Cody's feet. He smiles, he deals with it, he bears, you know, the he bears a side that shows that it's okay to turn the other cheek. But I don't want him to turn the cheek no more. I want him to snap necks, break ankles, just take people out. That's what I want to see. And so if they have plans, if Chris is right and they have plans to take that title away from Cody before WrestleMania, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see nothing else. I want to see Cody just go full blackout. This is my wish. Will I get it? I guess we'll find out. So, guys, I want to thank all of those who have tuned into this week. Like I said, it was a lot of things that was going on this week that I really just wanted to talk about and share my thoughts and concerns on. Definitely between the storylines and with Bianca and Jade and Cody possibly losing the title, Orange, getting finally getting his AEW heavyweight championship opportunity against Thanos, and then of course Kenny Omega returning back to the ring and our new mid card women's title on SmackDown. I mean, there was a lot of other stuff, but it's only but so much I could talk about in a little bit of time. But again, I want to thank all of those who has tuned in. Make sure that you do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. I'm just trying to really build something that can be beneficial to everyone, and I hope that this channel continues to grow and people continue to find it and just enjoy, my thoughts. And hopefully, I don't step on too many toes. But again, I'm not made out of glass. If people don't necessarily agree with what I say, for all means, please share it in the comments. I just ask that you just be adult about it and be respectful. And, we'll get along just fine. So, thank you for those who have made it this far into the video. And I will see you next week. Um, I think by that time I may have seen um, Orange at that point. We will definitely see, but I will let you guys know. And yes, thank you. So God bless. See you next week.